Pedro hath bestowed upon a young gentleman of Florence, called Claudio, much honor.
Well deserved, and ne'er remembered by Don Pedro. He hath far exceeded his age, and though having the body of a lamb, fights with the ferocity of a lion.
Well, he has an uncle here in the city who much is glad on it.
Yes, I've already delivered the letter. He was very joyous with the news.
Has Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of such name.
Who is he that thou lookst on?
My cousin means Signor Benedict of Padua.
Oh, yes. He's back.
How many hath he killed and eaten in these years? But how many hath he killed? For indeed, I promise to eat all of his killing.
Niece, thou taxes Sir Benedict too harshly.
I see you are not a fan of Sir Benedict.
Line!
Yes!
And a good soldier to a lady, but one.
Yeah, I was gonna get that. And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord? To a lord, to a virtue.
He is no less than a stuffed man, but he hath every month a new sworn brother.
Is it possible?
It's very easily possible. He changes his face, but it's the fashion of his hat. It changes ever with the next block.
And now partnered with Claudio.
Claudio!
Oh, Lord! He will hang upon him like a disease. God help the noble Claudio. If he had caught the Benedict, it will cost him £1,000 ere he be cured.
Oh, Don Pedro approaches.
I don't think you'll ever run that race anyway.
Not till hot January.
Don Pedro approaches.
Good Signor Leonardo! You are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter? No. I think this is your daughter?
Her mother many times hath told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Ah, Signor Benedict. No, for then were you a child.
Truly, lady the father herself. Look happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father. Yea, and if Signor Leonardo be your father, she would not have her head on her shoulders for all Messina, as like him as she is.
I would wonder that you would still be talking, Signor Benedict.
What?
Nobody marks you.
Oh, my lady Disdain, are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die when she hath such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Oh, then is courtesy a turncoat, but I am loved of all women, with you excepted, of course. Would I could find it in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for I love none, truly.
A dear happiness to women. They also would have been troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God and my cold blood, and I am of your humor for that. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Oh, God keep you in that mind, lest some innocent gentleman be scratched.
Oh, scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere such a face as yours would.
Oh, thou art a rare parrot,
A
teacher.
bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
Oh, would that my horse were as speedy as your tongue, and as good a continuer. Well, be on your way.
Thou, oh, ends with a jade's trip. I know you of old.
That is the sum of all, Signor Leonardo. Signor Claudio and Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonardo hath invited you all. I tell him we will stay here at the least a month, yet heartily he prays that we'll stay longer. Line! I dare swear he is no hypocrite, but prays with his heart.
If you'll be sworn, my lord, you'll not be forsworn. I must bid you welcome. For you being so reconciled with the Duke, your brother.
I thank you. I am of but few words, but I thank.
Your lordship, lead on.
Give me your hand, Leonardo. Your other hand, Leonardo. We will go together.
Yay! Yay!
Benedict, does thou not know the daughter of her Leonardo, of good Leonardo? Signor Leonardo.
Signor Leonardo. Sorry, I'm jumbled with words.
I noted her not yet. I did look upon her. Is she not modest? Do you ask me as a good gentleman should, so that I might be honest, or do you want me to speak in my custom as a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee. Speak in sober judgment.
Methinks, if faith, she is too low for a high praise, and too little for a great praise. I can commend her nothing other than this, that were she other than as she is, she were unhandsome, and being other than as she is, I would not like her.
In mine eye, she is the sweetest lady that ever my eyes looked upon.
Well, I yet not have spectacles, and yet I see no such thing. Now, her cousin, were she not consumed by such a fury, would outshine her, as the 1st of May doth the last month of December, the last day of December. I'm such a jokester. But you will not be a husband, will you?
I would scarce trust myself, even though I had sworn to the contrary. If Hero would be my wife.
Is it even so? Oh, God! Is there not one man that will not hang up his hat for a wife? Will I never know a bachelor of 60? Go you on their way. You must get a yoke and put your head in it, and have a sign and sigh away Sundays. Oh, here comes Don Pedro to speak with you.
What secret have held you here that you followed not to Leonardo's?
I would your grace constrain me to tell you.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
You hear? I would not tell, but on my allegiance. Mark you, on my allegiance.
On your allegiance.
He is in love. With who? That's your gracious part. Oh, mark his answer. With Hero, Leonardo's daughter. Yeah. So words were uttered. And as the saying goes, if it were so, and it 'twas so, and God forbid it shall be so.
If my passion were not to change soon, God forbid it should be otherwise.
Amen, if you love her, she's very well worthy.
My good sir, you, in faith, you doth fetch me towards you. Something of that sort.
Oh, by my troth, I speak my thought.
In my, I love her. I feel.
That she is worthy, I know. That I feel not why she should be loved, nor I know why she should be worthy. I must confess, not fire could burn from me. I will die in it at the stake.
That was ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
Oh, but he is little and blind.
And never could maintain his part, but in the
And never could maintain his part, but in the force of will.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That a woman raised me, I likewise thank her. But should I go and hang my bauble in some hole?
We got a line.
all women shall pardon.
Yeah, no, after that. All women should
Because I
pardon.
will not do them.
Louder?
Because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust.
Because I will not do them the wrong to mistrust them, I will do myself the right to trust none.
Line.
That's two. That's two.
Josh?
Sure.
Oh, is it still Josh?
I'll take it.
Oh, sorry.
I need to look, I need to look.
God, he's so many fucking lies.
I was just showing you, this is how it works. Thank you, John. So,
Taking one for the team.
What were you saying, Ben? What were you saying, Ben? Yeah. Of course. And the finest, for the worst time I go, the finer I will live to be a bachelor. I shall see me ere I die, look pale with love. With anger, with sickness, and with hunger, my lord, but not with love. If ever thou dost fall from this faith, thou wilt prove a notable argument. If I do, hang me in a bottle like a cat and shoot at me, and he that hits me, let him be clapped upon the shoulder and called Adam. Line?
Well, as time shall try.
Well, as time shall try.
The savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead, and let me be vilely painted. And in such great letters as they write, here is a good horse to hire. Let them signify, under my sign, here may you see Benedict, the married man.
If this be so, thou shalt be horned man.
Nay, if Cupid have not spent his quiver in Venice, thou wilt wait for this shortly.
I look for an earthquake too.
They want 1 minutes. Disgusting.
Mine?
Well, you temper on.
In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonardo's. Commend me to him and tell him I will not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made a great preparation.
I have almost matter enough in me.
Devote the tuition of God.
The 6th of July, thy loving friend, Benedict.
Mock not. The body of your discourse is sometimes guarded with fragments, and the guards of it slightly basted on neither. Ere you flout old ends any further, examine your conscience. So I leave you.
Well, finally, I had need for your appointment. I need for.
Yeah, my love is thine to teach.
Oh, how sublime.
That's 3! Get his ass! Hat.
One scene.
Oh, I am a fucking fool.
Little Shakespeare reference.
All right, well,
Shakespeare wrote 3 plays.
Claudio, my love is, as I was saying, my love is thine to teach.
Has Leonardo any sons, my lord?
No child but hero, she's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Sweet to minister to love, that no love's grief by its complexion. But lest my liking might too sudden seem, I would have salted the longer trees.
What need the bridge much broader than the flood? I know we should have reveling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise and tell the fair hero that I am Claudio. And in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strength of my amorous tale. Then will I with her father break, and the conclusion is, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put this presently.
Now, brother, where is thy son, my cousin? Hath he provided this music?
Very easy about it, but new information that you yet not dreamed of.
Is it good?
The prince and Count were walking in my orchard underneath all the big boughs. And one of my men heard everything.
Oh, what did they say?
The prince discovered too that the count loves my niece.
The count is your niece? My daughter! Yes! Well, were they of sensible wit that told you this?
Yes? Very sensible wit. I can call him right now, and you can talk to him.
Amazing! Well, no. Let's hold it but as a dream until it reveal itself. But go you to my daughter and tell her of this.
What's this next scene?
That's what that scene needed.
My lord, why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measure in the occasion that breeds it, therefore the sadness is without limit.
I should hear reason.
And when I hear it, what blessing will it bring?
Well, if not a present remedy, at least a patient sufferance.
I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause and laugh at no man's jests. Eat when I have stomach and wait on no man's leisure. Sleep when I am drowsy and tend to no man's business. Laugh when I am merry and claw in no man's humor.
Yeah, but you must not make full show of this till you may do so without fear of controlment. You've long stood out against your brother, and he hath newly tamed you into his grace, where it's impossible that you could take true root without the fair weather that you make for yourself. It is needful that you should frame the season of your own harvest.
I would rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. It cannot be denied. I am a plain-dealing villain. In the meantime, let me be that I am and seek not to alter me.
Who comes here? What news, I come yonder from a great supper. Your brother, the prince, is royally entertained by Leonardo, and I come with intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will this serve as some model to deal mischief on? Tell me, what is the fool that is betrothed to unquiet?
Mary, it is your brother's right hand.
Most exquisite Claudio.
Even he.
Your first wife. And who? Which way looks he?
Mary, on Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonato.
Oh, a very fresh March chip. How came you by this?
For being entertained as a perfumer, I was smoking in a musty room as come by me the prince and Claudio, hand in hand in sad conference. I whipped myself behind the arras, and there I heard that the prince will woo Hero for himself, and having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Line. Come, let us thither. This will serve as some food for my displeasure. Are you both sure and will assist me?
The death, my lord.
Let us to the great supper. Would the cook were of my mind.
Will await your lordship.
Oh, well,
Was John not here at supper?
I saw him not. How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned an hour after.
Always a melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent man that were made just in the midway between him and Signor Benedict. One is too like an image and says nothing. The other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
So then, half of Senior Benedict's tongue in Don John's mouth, and half of Don John's melancholy in Benedict's face.
And with a good leg and a good foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse. Such a man would win any woman in the world, and if he could get her goodwill.
Ah, my niece, you'll never attract a husband if thou holds thy tongue so shrewdly.
She's too cursed.
Too cursed is more than cursed. I lessen God's sending that way. I lessen God's sending that way. It is said, God sends a cursed cow short horns, but to a cow too cursed, he sends none.
Oh, so by being too cursed, God will send you no horns.
Just in that he will send me no husband. The fact for which I am at him on my knees every morning and evening. God, I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face. I'd rather lie in the wool.
Well, you might light upon a husband who hath no beard.
What would I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man, and he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
Why then go you into hell?
No! What to the gate? And there will the devil meet me, with horns on his head like an old cuckold, and say, "Get you to heaven, Beatrice! Get you to heaven! Here's no place for you, mate!" And away to St. Peter for the heavens, he shows me where the bachelors sit, and there we live as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust that you will listen to your father.
Yea, faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, "Father, as it please you." But, yeah, that be so, cousin. Let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, "Father, as it please me."
Why, niece, you're going toward that Jewish behavior again. We talked about this. Don't do that. And more importantly, daughter.
When Don Pedro makes suit these nights, you know thy answer.
It is not mine.
The fault will be in the music.
The fault will be in the music, cousin, if you be not wooed in good time. If the prince is too important, say there is measure in everything, and thus dance out the answer. For hear me, heroes. Wooing, wedding, and repenting is like a Scotch jig, a measure, and a single piece. The first suit is hot and hasty, like a Scotch jig. and as full as fantastical. The second, the wedding, mannerly modest as a measure, stately and ancient. And then comes repenting, and with his bad legs jigs faster and faster until he sinks into his grave.
Well, niece, I'll see you fitted with a husband yet.
I have a good eye, Uncle. I can see a church by daylight.
Of course. Oh, the revelers! The revelers are coming!
You walk with a friend, my lady.
So you walk softly and look sweetly.
With me in your company?
I may say so.
When please you to say so.
I do like your friend.
All right.
Speak slow. Go.
Like, okay.
Oh.
Speak softly and speak slow.
I will, thou beloved. So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many in quality.
Which is why I say my prayers aloud. That doesn't bother me at all. I love it. God match me with a good no. And God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done. Answer, please. Well, no more, said the
I know you well enough. You are Signor Antonio. Edward, I am not. I know you by the waggling of your head. To tell you the truth, I counterfeit him. You could not do him so ill well unless you were the man himself. There is his dry hand up and down. You are he, you are he. Edward, I am not. Come, do you think I do not know you by your excellent wit? Is virtue so hid? Go to, Mum. You are he.
And will you not tell me who told you so?
No, and you will pardon.
And you will not tell me who you are.
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and I had my good wit out of the 100 married tales. Well, why, this was Signor Benedict that told you so.
What's he?
I am sure you know him well enough.
No, I know him not, believe me.
Oh, has he never made you laugh?
No, tell me, who is he?
Oh, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delighted him. He both angers men, pleases men, and angers them, and then they laugh at him and beat him. I'm sure he's in the I would he had boarded me.
Well, when I meet him, I'll be sure to tell him what you said.
Do! He'll but break a comparison or two on me, which not laughed at and not marked. He'll fall into a melancholy, and then there'll be a partridge wing saved, for the fool will eat no dinner that night. Oh, we must follow the leaders.
In all good things.
Nay, if they lead to any ill, I'll leave them at the first turn. There you go.
I'm sure my brother is amorous with Hero. I've just seen him withdraw with her father to break with him, I'm sure. The ladies do follow her, yet one visor remains.
That is Claudio, I can tell by his build.
What? Check this out. Are you not Signor Benedict?
You know me well. I am he.
Ah, you are near in my brother's love. My brother is enamored with Hero. I pray you dissuade him from her, for she is not an equal for his birth.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him declare his affection.
And so did I.
Yeah.
He swore that he would marry her tonight. Yes, I answer in the name of Benedict, but hear this ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince doth woo for himself. Oh, therefore, friendship is constant in all things, but save in the affairs of
an office of love. Oh, let's all... I'm gonna get this. Let all... I'm gonna get this. You don't need to say the line. Say the line.
Therefore, all hearts in love.
Therefore, all hearts in love speak their own tongues. All eyes negotiate for themselves. Line.
And trust no agent.
And trust no agent, for beauty is a witch whose charms fate melteth into blood. Oh. Okay, fine.
Fool's head of shame!
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Shame! We love you! But also shame!
This is an accident of hourly proof, which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, heroes.
Count Claudio!
Yea, the same?
Well, come, will you go with me?
Whither?
To the willow tree. We must fashion you a garland out of something. Will you wear it about your neck like the Ursus chain? Or will you put it under your arm like the general sash? Well, you must have one for the prince has procured your hero.
I wish you joy.
Oh, now thou speaks like an honest Trojan. You think he would have done you thus?
I pray you leave me.
Ah, now, you strike out like the blind man. The boy has stolen your meat, and now you punch at the post.
If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Poor foul. That my lady Beatrice should know me, and yet not know me. Huh. The prince's fool. Oh. If I deserve that title, it'd be because I am merry. Huh? Nay, I do myself wrong. It is the bitter disposition of that Beatrice that puts me thus, and I shall be revenged. Now, senor, where's the count? Have you seen him? Now I must play the part of Lady Fame. I did see him, and he was in a melancholy state, and I offered to be his companion to the willow tree. To be whipped? What's his fault? Well, that's when he sees a bird's nest in his excitement, tells another who then steals it. Well, the Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. Line?
Oh, she misused me past the endurance of the block.
Oh, she misdeeds me past the endurance of a block. Line. She told me, not thinking that I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester. Oh, and she hurled insult upon me, that I felt as if I were a man standing in the middle of a battlefield with people shooting at me from all sides. Look, here she comes. Will you send me on any mission to the end of the earth? I would as lief go to the Antipodes. I would fetch thee a toothpicker from Asia. I would get thee Preston John's foot. I would make an embassage with the Cretans rather than spend 1 minute more here with this harpy. Have you no business for me? None, but to desire your good company. Oh, God, that is a dish I desire not. I cannot endure this lady tongue. I'm a prince, so watch yourself. Why? Come, lady, come.
Say it again.
Come, lady, come. You lost the heart of Signor Benedict.
Indeed, my lord. He had lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one. But married before he wanted of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
Why?
You have put him down, lady.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would he would not do me, my lord, lest I prove the mother of fools. I Claudio, whom thou sent me to seek, is easy to find.
Oh, just like Don John.
Oh, the guy with the hat? Yeah, my brother, yeah. Hey, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, sir. Not sad, my lord. Apologies.
Proper title.
Apologies,
I'm a
my
prince. Then why are you sick?
lord. Neither, my lord.
The Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil, Count. Civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
Oh. Line.
Shame.
Shame! 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 Shame!
Love. Love.
Also love. This guy gets it.
Also love.
Also love. All right. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is one. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give you joy.
I give to thee my daughter, and along with her my fortunes. His grace hath set the date, and our grace shall say, Amen.
Speak, Count, 'tis your cue.
Silence, perfect as they were, but I was a little happy I could say how much. Lady, I see your mind. I see the way myself.
Speak, cousin, or if you cannot stop his mouth with a kiss and let him speak, not neither. Or not you.
Oh, in faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yay, poor fool, he keeps on the windy side of care.
My cousin tells him in his ear that he is in her heart.
And so she doth, cousin.
Good Lord for alliance. Thus goes everyone to the world but I, and I am sunburnt. I may sit in the corner and cry hi-ho for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, I will get you one.
I'd rather have one of your father's getting. Has your grace an Arab brother? Like you. Your father got excellent husbands if the maid could come by.
Well, you have me.
My lord, unless I might have another 4 working days, your grace is too costly to wear every day. But I beseech you, pardon me, I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me. And to be merry best becomes you, for out of question you were born in a merry hour.
No, my lord, my mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born. God give you good service, cousin.
Niece, will you look to those things that I told you of?
I pray you, uncle. By your grace's pardon.
We'll go that way.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
She hath not any of the element of sadness in her. By my faith, my daughter doth tell me that even when she sleeps, if she dreams of unpleasant things, she wakes laughing.
That was close. She cannot...
Oh, no, she mocks all her suitors out of wooing.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict.
My lord! No, my lord, they would drive themselves by talking into madness in a first week.
County Claudio, when mean you go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time goes on crutches.
No.
Love have always.
Monday. Right. Monday is within a 7 night, and I have many things I must do before my mind is busy.
Come, you shake the head at so long a breathing, but I warrant thee, Claudio, the time shall not go dully by us. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have it a match, and I doubt not but to fashion it, if you 3 will but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction.
My lord, you have me, even if it takes 10 nights watching.
And my axe. And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero?
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin to a good husband.
A good husband! I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your 2 helps, will so practice on Benedict that, in despite of his quick wit and his queasy stomach, he shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods. Go in with me and I will tell you my drift. I can't wait to catch you. Oh, yes. It is so. The Count Claudio will marry Leonato's daughter.
Yay, but I can cross it.
How canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, but so covertly that no hint of dishonesty shall be within me.
Well, show me briefly how.
You recall a year since I tell you of how much I am in favor of Margaret, the waiting lady of Hero.
I remember.
At any untimely instance of the night, I can call her to her lady's chamber window at any time.
Well, what is the life in that to be the death of this marriage?
Line.
The poison of that lies in you.
The poison of that lies in your temple. You must tell your brother of your concern for his honor, and of course, for the honor of a renowned Claudio. You must praise in a high esteem for marriage to a stale one such as Hero.
Lies.
Sorry?
Sorry?
What proof shall I
What proof shall I make of that?
Fine. Proof enough to vex the prince, misuse Claudio, undo Hero, and kill Leonato. Any other purpose you require, my lord?
Only to spite them. I think.
Line?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Shame! Shame!
I can't believe I got away with that.
Go then. Find me an hour to draw Don Pedro and the Count Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. Intend a kind of zeal to the both the prince and Claudio as in love of your brother's honor, who hath made this match, and his friend's reputation, who is thus like to be cozened with a semblance of a maid, that you discovered thus. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear me call Margaret Hero. Hear Margaret term me Claudio, and bring them to see the very night before the intended wedding. For in the meantime, I will so fashion the matter that Hero will be absent, and there shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that jealousy will be called assurance and preparation o'erthrown.
Oh, be cunning in this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
Be constant in the accusation, and my cunning will not shame me.
Yeah. I'll go find out when the marriage is.
Sounds good.
Boy! Senor! In my chamber window there is a book. Fetch it and bring it hither to the orchard. I am here already, sir. I know that. I want thee to go and bring it hither. It doth much amaze me how one man, when he sees the folly in the behavior caused by love in another, will, when he hath laughed, and after he hath laughed at another for this folly, after he hath laughed at another for such folly, then scorn his own argument by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known when the only music known to him was the drum and the fife, and now he will hear no music but the tabor and the pipe. I have known when he would walk a 10-mile just to see a new piece of armor, and now he will stay up for 10 nights fashioning a new corset. I have known when he would speak straight on like a nobleman and a soldier, and now he has turned to orthography, and his words are a fine feast and many strange dishes. Shall I be converted thus? No. I cannot tell. I think not. Not till love hath made me an oyster. Yes, I can adhere to that oath. When love hath made me an oyster, then he may make me such a fool. Yea, one woman is fair, yet I am well. Yeah, another is wise, yet I am well. Another is virtuous, yet I am well. Till all graces be in one woman, then no women shall come into my grace.
So true. Yeah, this guy gets it. This guy gets it.
Rich she shall be. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet, or I'll have none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her.
Ew.
So close. Line?
We got
Wise or I'll not virtuous or I'll never cheapen her. Fair or I'll never look on her. Mild or come not near me. Noble.
Of good discourse. I'll hop on that one. Of good discourse. And an excellent musician. Her hair can be of whatever color it pleaseth God. Here comes the prince. And miss your love. I shall hide me in this armor. Come, shall we hear the music?
Grace Harmony. So I can tell they did, but see you where Benedict hid himself? Very well, my lord. Next up, we shall fit this box with the Pennyworth. Hey, come Balthazar. Balthazar! Balthazar! Let us hear the music again.
Oh, no, I'm not very good.
Line.
Now pray thee come.
Now, prithee, come. Line.
Or if thou wilt hold longer argument.
Or if thou wilt hold longer argument, make thy points in notes.
Let this be noted before I note. My notes are not noteworthy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
Actually, good. Say more.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry.
One more time.
Sorry.
Yeah!
Yeah. Phenomena. Phenomena. Well,
Oh, yeah, that's three.
No! Oh, no!
No,
that
no,
was my
no.
song.
No, we're good.
Okay, line. Buy my trough a good song. Yeah.
Shame. Love. Something in between. Same. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't work.
All right. Here's how this is gonna go. Buy my trough a good song.
No, ill voice.
Hide it from Christian.
No, Faith. That sings well enough for a shift.
And were he a dog and howled thus, I hope his bad voice is not an ill omen. At least I've heard the night raven, come whatever plague may.
He knows we can hear him, but he
I know,
talks
he's
loud,
talking
right?
really loud.
Bird.
Yea, Mary, dost thou hear? Balthazar, I pray thee, get us some extra music for tomorrow night.
Okay.
Do so, farewell.
Okay.
Balthazar, ladies and gentlemen. Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
I never did think that she would be in love with any man.
And more, that it is Signor Benedict who outwardly she does seem to only abhor.
Is it so? Go this way.
Line. By my troth, Lord, that she should delight in one such as Signor Benedict. That she loves him. To say that she loves him.
Maybe she does the counterfeit.
Faith like enough.
Oh, counterfeit. Counterfeit, my lord. Never counterfeit hath come so near the seeming of the thing as she doth seem to love Benedict.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook of this fish bite.
What effects, my lord?
Was that not right?
No, that was right.
Oh, I thought you put mine.
No, I said bait the hook, the fish doth bite.
Very confidently.
What effects, my lord? What effects? My daughter told you of the effects.
Line.
She did indeed.
I'm sorry?
She did
Oh, she did indeed.
Oh, how pray you? You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit had been invincible against all assaults of affection.
Line.
Sworn it had.
One more time.
I would have sworn it had.
I would have sworn it had, but then she and Benedict got together. And she loves Benedict. Benedict.
Benedict!
Benedict!
And I would have assumed this to be a that the bearded one speaks too.
He had taken...
For such we cannot hide in such reverence.
He hath taken the infection. Keep it up. I told you that one.
I'm sorry. Hath she made her affection known to Benedict?
Oh no. Line.
Shame!
It's all shame.
And then there was one.
Loving shame.
And the one
Where
who's
were we hanging out?
retreating.
No, and she swears she never
No, and she swears she never will. That's her torment. Line.
That's only two.
Tis true indeed.
So your daughter says.
So your daughter says. There's more? I'm gonna need it.
Shall I says she that's
Oh, yeah, no, just give me the script.
Oh, it's right behind, yeah, it's right behind you.
No, you're unhappy.
Hat to Chris.
Oh, I'm unhatted?
Yeah, you're unhatted.
Wait, does that mean...
Unshame!
Keep the script.
Oh,
not
okay.
the hat. Okay.
Shame!
Shame! Shame! Shame! Shame! Loving shame. Oh yeah,
And now
that's
an
shame,
appropriate
affection. Yeah. Shame, not derogatory. Yeah.
Love derogatory.
Right here, Bob.
Tis true, where to a pitch? 28?
28. It's true.
Tis true indeed, so your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so often counted him with scorn, write to him that I love him?
This says she now when she is beginning to write to him.
Oh, now you talk of a sheet of paper. I remember a pretty jest your daughter told us of.
Oh, when she had written it and she was reading it over, she found Benedict and Beatrice between the sheets.
Oh, that!
Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, railed at herself that she should be so immodest to write to one that she knew would flout her. I measure him, says she, by my own spirit, for I should flout him if he writ to me. Yea, though I love him, I should.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience.
She doth indeed. My daughter says so.
Oh.
It were good that Benedict were to know of it by some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
And he should, it were an alms to hang him. She's an excellent sweet lady, and out of all suspicion, she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
Well, in everything but in loving Benedict.
Oh, my lord, I am sorry for her, as I have just cause being her uncle and her guardian.
I would she had bestowed this dotage on me. I pray you, tell Benedict of it, and hear what he will say.
Word good, think you?
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die if he love her not. And she will die ere she make her love known. And she will die if he woo her, rather than she will bate one breath of her accustomed crossness.
She doth well. If she should make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it.
For the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit.
He is very proper, man.
He hath indeed a good outward happiness. Well, I am sorry for your niece. Shall we go seek Benedict and tell him of her love?
Oh, never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Well, we will hear further of it by your daughter. Let it cool the while. I love Benedict well, and I could wish he would modestly examine himself to see how much unworthy he is so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
If he do not dote on her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
Let there be the same net spread for her, and that must your daughter and her gentlewomen carry. The sport will be when they hold one an opinion of another's dotage, and no such matter. That's the scene that I would see, which will merely be a dumb show. Oh, let us send her to call him in for dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born, and they have the truth of it from Nero. Oh. Line. They seem to pity the lady, and her feeling seems to have a strong bent. Love. Me? Oh, it must be requited. Line. Oh, give me that. Hey!
Oh, script time? No, you only two.
Oh, it's all one. I got one earlier.
Here.
And I'm gonna need it.
Shame! Shame!
Josh.
That's not what this is about.
Dick.
I'm gonna get so much better. Love me? Why, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she will rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. But I must not seem proud. Happy are they that have their attraction that can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis the truth. I can bear witness to that. Virtuous, so I cannot reprove it, and wise, but for loving me. By my troth, there is no addition to her wit, but no great argument of her folly. But I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage. Appetite alter. A man who loves the meats in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor. Nay, the world must be peopled. When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think that I would live till I were married.
Oh.
Here comes Beatrice.
You could just say that in
By
the bar.
this day, she is a fair lady. I do think I see some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid thee come in to dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks than you give pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
No. It had been painful.
You take pleasure then in the message.
Nay, just as much as one might take upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, Signor. Fare you well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's another meaning to that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That's as much to say, any pains that I take for you is as easy as thanks. So true. If I do not take pity of her, I am a villain. If I do not love her, I am a fool. Oh. I will go get her picture. Is that why he's
so true.
Sam.
Yeah. Yo, stop moving so much.
What?
I cannot hear you. I do not know what the last thing is.
All of her.
Say that now.
You know what? I'm taking the hat now.
Yeah!
Shame! 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 Shame!
Oh, he's shaving!
Why? What?
You'll see later.
Get over there.
Those are only 5.
I'll make her come, I watch.
Oh! You can't just say perchance! Just say perchance!
Damn,
Huh?
Doing the most. Why talk to people
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her golden oars the servant stream, and to steal the treacherous bait, as we do now with Beatrice. Fear you not my part in this dialogue.
Then we go near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false things that we lay for us.
No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful.
I know her spirits are as coy and wild as haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice as so entirely?
So says the prince and my new betrothed lord.
And did they bid you tell her of this?
They did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them if they loved Benedict to wish him wrestle with affection, and never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the man deserve as well a bed as Beatrice doth couch upon?
God of love, I know he does deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice.
Sure,
disdain and scorn. That yet, I have more shit to say.
So true.
Disdain and scorn. Right, sparkling in her eyes, prizing what they love.
Are you done?
No!
Wow, so rude.
I didn't even mention her wit, which that to her all matters
So
else
bad.
she cannot love nor speak no shape or project of affection. She is so self-endeared.
Okay. Sure, I think it's so, and it were not good to have her know of his love, lest she should make sport at it.
Why, you speak truth. I never yet saw a man, how wise, how noble, young, how rarely featured, but she was spelt him backward. If fair-haired, she would swear the gentleman should be her sister. If black by nature, drawing of an antique made for a foul blot. If tall, a lamb's ill-headed. If tall, an agate very vilely cut. So turns she every man the wrong side out, and never gives to truth and virtue that which simpleness and merit purchase them.
Sure, and such corn.
Yo, she said. Oh my God.
Sure, such carving is not commendable.
Such carping is not commendable.
No, not to be so odd and from old fashions as Beatrice is, cannot be commendable. But who dare tell her so? If I should speak, she would mock me into air. Oh, she would laugh me out of myself, dress me to death with wit. Therefore, let Benedict, like covered fire, consume away in sighs, waste inwardly,
It were better death than die with mocks, which is as bad as die with tickling.
And yet tell her of it. Hear what she shall say.
No, rather I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passion. And truly I'll devise some honest slanders to stain my cousin with. One doth not know how much an ill word may empoison liking.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong.
So true.
She hath so excellent a wit as she is deserved to have. To reject such a man as Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy always accepted, my dear Claudio.
Be not angry with me, madam, for speaking my fancy, but Signor Benedict has good rep, I guess.
Indeed! He hath an excellent good name.
And his excellence did earn it, if he had it. When are you married, madam?
Why, every day tomorrow. Come, go in. I'll show thee some attire and have thy counsel, which is the best return for me tomorrow.
We have caught her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by house. Some been killed by arrows, and some with traps.
What fire is in mine ears?
It's come.
Can this be true?
It's
Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell.
Oh,
And maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my loving heart, my fiery heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to bind our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, and I believe it better than reporting me.
I will but stay until your marriage be consummate, then will I on to Aragon.
I will bring you thither if you, my lord, if you vouch for me.
Nay, whoso would be such a spoil on the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat and forbid him to wear it. I will but beg the company of Signor Benedict, for from the crown top of his head to the sole of his foot, he is full of mirth.
Clarence, I am not as I was before.
So I say, thou art sad.
I do hope he be in love.
Ah, hang him, truant. There's no drop of blood in him that can... Oh, no. If he be sad, he wants money.
I have the toothache.
Draw it.
Hang it. Oh, no. Hang it first, then draw it.
What, to sigh for the toothache?
Oh, but for a worm or a feeling, the toothache.
Any man can
Line.
One more time.
Josh just said his line.
Yet I say he is in love.
Yet I say he is in love. For if he not be in love with some woman, there is no trusting the old, ways of figuring that stuff out. He doth wear a metaphorical hat. don't upon.
Well, hath any man seen him at the barber's?
Oh no, but the barber's man hath been seen with him. I mean, look at his cheeks. They are as tennis balls. It's glistening.
My, he looks younger for lack of a beard.
Get it? No,
Explain it to me.
I'm not afraid. He rubbed civet on his face. You can smell him out by that.
He rubbed what?
That's as much to say the sweet youth's in love.
Don't move on like you just said what you didn't just say.
That's as much to say the sweet youth's in
That
love.
is as much to say the sweet youth's in love. The truest note of it is his melancholy.
Line.
We're gonna 12? You get 12?
Go.
Shame! 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 Shame!
And when does he want to wash his face?
Yea, or to paint himself, for the which I know what they say of him.
Nay, but his jesting spirit, which is now crept into a lute string, and now governed by stumps.
Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, but I know who loves him.
Oh, would I were to know that too. I warrant someone who knows him not.
Yes, and his ill conditions, and in despite of all, dies for him. Oh.
She will be buried with her face upwards.
Yet is none of this a cure for a toothache. Old senor, will you come aside with me? I have studied 8 or 9 words that I should like to share with you that these horses must not hear.
On my life to break with him about Beatrice.
It is even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice, and then the two bears will not bite one another when they meet. Oh, how now, Don John?
My lord and brother, God save you. Good evening, brother. I would speak with you in private. If it so please you, Count Claudio may hear, for what I have to say does concern him. What's the matter? My lord, meanest you to marry tomorrow? You know he does.
Certified 8 in white number.
Yeah. Nah, nay, I know that not when he knows what I know.
I pray you, discover it.
I come hither to tell you, the lady is disloyal.
Hero?
Even she, your hero, Leonato's hero, every man's hero. Wonder not till further warrant. Come with me tonight.
Hey, yo,
you will see her her window entered even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow marry her. Though it would best suit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will it not. Follow me, and you will see enough.
You're doing so great.
If I see anything tonight why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation, where I should wed, there will I shame her.
Oh. And as I did woo her for you to get her, I will join you in disgracing her.
Oh,
I will disparage her no further until you two are witnesses. Oh, day unoutwardly turned!
Oh, Mr. Strangely Thwarting!
Oh, plague right so prevented, which you shall say after you have seen the sequel.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you good men in truth?
Yea, or else they should suffer salvation, body and soul.
Nay, that were too good a punishment for them. Have they any allegiance in them?
Well, give them their charge, neighbor Dogberry.
Why?
First, who do you think the most desertless man to be constable?
First, who do you think the most desertless man to be constable?
Hugh Oakcake, sir, or George Costanza. He can write and read.
Really?
George Seacole. To have a good name, that is unfortunate. But to be able to read and write, why, that comes by nature. Therefore,
Both fit after hospital.
you have, I know your answer. Therefore, bear you the lantern. Here is your charge. You are to bid any man stand in the name of the prince.
What if he will not stand?
Why then let them alone. And pay no mind to him.
Well, if he will not stand when he is bidden, he is none of the prince's subjects.
Ah, very true. Line.
And they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects.
And they are to meddle with none but the prince's subjects. Line.
You shall also make
Yeah! Shame! 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 Fuck you! Fuck you, love.
You shall also make no noise in the streets for the watch to babble and talk. most tolerable and not to be endured.
We'd rather sleep than talk. We know what it is to be a watch.
Oh, I see why I've been no one to sleep. Only have care that your bills not be stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid those who are drunk to get them to bed.
Well, sir, how if they will not go?
Why then let them alone till they are sober. If they make not the right answer then, say they are not.
Well, sir.
If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. And for such kind of man, the less you meddle or make with them, the better for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not use hands?
Truly, by your office you may, but I think they that touch pitch are themselves defiled. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show what he is and steal out of your company.
Known as a merciful man, partner.
Truly, I would not hang a dog by my will, let alone a man with any honesty in him.
If you were to hear a child crying in the middle of the night, you must call upon the nurse, bid her still it.
But what if the nurse not wake up?
Why then, depart in peace and let the child wake her. Or, the ewe that will not hear her lamb when it bays, will never hear a cat when it bleats.
'Tis very true.
This is the end of your charge.
Well, masters, we hear our charge. Let us go sit here upon the church bench.
One more word, honest neighbors. I pray you, watch about Signor Leonato's door, for the wedding tonight, there tomorrow. There is such coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant. I beseech you.
Much ado. About nothing?
What?
Conrad, I say, Conrad!
I got your elbow.
I thought I felt an itch on my elbow, though I thought it were a scab.
Oh, I will owe you an answer for that. But now, forward with thy tale.
Come, under the bars. It doth drizzle and it's really fucking cold. And I will, as a true drunkard, share one all I know.
Mary, this is treason.
Therefore, as of this night, I have from Don John 1,000 ducats earned.
Is it possible any villainy should be so dear?
Nay, why think any villainy to be so rich? Rather ask, when rich villains require poor ones, the poor ones may set their price.
Ooh, I wonder at it.
Line?
That shows thou art uncompartmented.
One more time.
That shows thou art uncompartmented.
That shows that art uncompartment. Dost thou not know that the fashion of a cape, a cloak, a hat, has linked to a man?
Yes, it is apparel.
No, fashion.
So true.
Yes, the fashion is the fashion.
And the fool's the fool. Nay, but I simply do not realize that a deformed thief's the fashion.
Oh, he's a deformed thief. Lock around his neck or something.
Period.
Dost thou hear something?
Nah, 'twas the weather vane.
No matter. Well, as I was saying earlier, a deformed thief is the fashion, and it stirs up the hot bloods of 14 to 35, and those... And sometimes it takes them and it makes them pharaoh soldiers in a reedy painting. Oh. Other times it turns them into God's bells priests sitting in the church's window. And sometimes it turns them into the shaven Hercules, into the worm-eaten tapestry, where his club is as near large as his codpiece.
Hey, yo! All this I see. All this I see that the fashion wears out as much the apparel as the man. But art not thou thyself giddy with the fashion, that thou have shifted out of thy tale into telling me of the fashion?
You have the right of it. This night, I have wooed Margaret, the waiting lady of Hero, in the guise of Hero. I have leaned out of her lady's chamber window, and she hath bid me 1,000 times good night. But I tell this tale vile. Chief among this is that you should know that the prince, our master Don Juan, and Claudio, who were placed, planted, and possessed by Don John to be there, saw the entire amicable affair from afar in the orchard.
Ooh, and thought they Margaret was hero?
Two of them did, the prince and Claudio. But for our master, he knew that, for he had put me to prove their slander, and it was partly by his oaths which possessed them, partly by the dark night which did deceive them.
The dark
but
night.
chiefly by my villainy, which did convince them this slander were true. And Claudio swore with all forms of rage that he would keep his appointment for the temple tomorrow, and in front of the entire congregation, swear off Hero, and show her and shame her, and send her home without a husband. Yes.
Thou art caught!
In 4K, no less.
Of course, you're right, Master Constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery ever known in the Commonwealth.
You got the lock around your neck!
Masters!
No, you'll be made bring to form forth, too.
Masters!
Ah!
Line. Then we are like to prove a goodly commodity being taken up of these men's bills.
A commodity in question, I warned you. Come, we'll obey you.
Come.
Huh?
Arguably. Also, we've just been making up most of the party of us over here.
I will, madam. Well.
The other gown was better. So.
Nay, good Maggle, wear this one.
By my troth, it's not so good, and I warrant your cousin will say so.
My cousin is a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this.
I like it. Oh, the hair were a bit browner.
Oh.
And the dress not as good as the other one. Or as the one worn by the Duchess of Milan, who everyone likes a lot.
Yeah. See, they say.
Yep, it's really cute. Lace of gold and shit like that, and cloth of silver set with pearls, and the like.
God gives me joy to wear it, for my heart is exceedingly heavy.
Twill be heavier soon, by the weight of my hands.
Hey, yo.
You're not ashamed.
Of what, lady? Of speaking honorably? Is not marriage honorable in a beggar? Is not your lord honorable without marriage? Husbands and wives and marriage.
So true.
Not. If bad thinking do not rest true speaking, I will offend nobody. Etc. And there be no harm in saying the heavier for the husband, if it be the right husband and the right wife. Otherwise, 'tis light and not heavy. Ask my Lady Beatrice, else here she comes.
The morrow, cuz.
The morrow, cousin. Fair hero.
How now? Think you're sick too?
I am out of all other tune, methinks. Claps into light of love and sing it all this. 'Tis almost 5 o'clock, cousin. 'Tis time you were ready. By my troth, I am exceeding ill. For a hawk, a horse, or a husband. For the letter that begins them all. Ha!
These gloves the Count did send me have
Love the
excellent
gloves.
smell.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell. A maid and stuffed? That's good catching your cold. Oh, God help me. God help me. How long have you professed apprehension? Then you abandoned me. Does not my wit become me rarely? It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap.
And they were like, amazing.
By my troth, I am sick. You should take some medicine, girl. The extract of something Benedictus. My heart. It's the only remedy for a cold.
There, thou prickst her with a thistle.
Benedictus. Why Benedictus? Thou hast some moral in this Benedictus. Not I. No morals. I simply meant cold medicine. Perchance that's the gift I think you are in love.
You can't just say perchance.
So true, girl. Beatrice, you cannot love. You are a cold bitch. Benedict also used to be a cold bitch as well. But now he eats his meat without grudging. Once said by Shakespeare. I don't know. No, I know not how we will fix your ass, but methinks you do look with your eyes, as all ladies do. What pace is this that thy tongue keeps? Not a false gallop. So true.
Madam! Withdraw! The Count, the Prince, Claudio, Don John, and the Counts of the town are come! To the church!
Help me dress, good cause, good bag, good arsenal.
Oh, shit!
I need a prop! I need a prop!
Soy sauce.
What would you with me, honest neighbors?
Why, marry, sir. We would have something to speak with you that discerns you.
Brief, I pray you, I am quite busy for the time.
Indeed it is, sir.
What is that? Yes, in truth it is, sir.
What is it, good neighbors?
Oh, Goodmer just speaks a little off the matter. He's pretty dumb and pretty old, so, but he's honest as the skin between his brows.
Yes, I thank God that I am as honest as I am, as old as I am. No more man is honester than I.
Comparisons are odorous, palavrous, good neighbor.
You are tedious, gentlemen.
Fine. It pleases your worship to say so. If I had all the tedious in the world, I would bestow it on you.
All the tedious.
All your titties on me?
And if I had 1,000 pounds more, I would bestow them on you too.
I thank thee, honest gentleman. I must away.
We would have one matter with you. We have gotten 2 auspicious persons who we think are fucking with you.
Well, put them to trial yourself and give me the report of how they might be fucking with you.
Okay, got it.
And drink some wine before you go.
My lord, they stay us for thou to give your daughter to her husband.
Ah, well, we best go. Both of you drink wine.
Damn, I didn't even get to tell them what they were doing.
Oh no, that's okay. They already heard about it. Let's go.
True.
I wonder what happened there.
It's the wedding!
Come! Francis! Come, Friar Francis! Come, Friar Francis, be brief. Only the plain form of marriage, and you shall recount their particular duties afterwards.
Count, you are come.
Come!
Yeah. To wed this lady.
No. To be married to her, Friar. You come to marry her.
Come. Lady, you come.
Come!
To be wed to this count.
I do.
If either of you know any internal impediments that should prevent your union, speak now.
Know you any, hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any, count?
I dare make his answer. None.
Oh, what men dare do. Oh, what men may do. Oh, what men do daily without knowing what they do.
So true.
How now? Interjections. Some such of laughter as, ha, 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 ha.
Stay you there, friar. Father, will you with free and unconstrained will give to me this maid your daughter?
As freely as God gave her me.
Oh, shit. Out of your mouth.
In what way could I possibly return in equal value to such a gift as this?
Nothing unless you render her up again.
Oh, sweet prince. Thou learns me now learns me noble thankfulness. There, Leonardo. Take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. Line. She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Oh, behold how like a maid she blushes. Oh, how, on what authority and how show of truth can cover cunning sin withal.
Boo.
Comes.
Yeah.
Come now.
Come.
Cheeks of mine.
Line.
That's who.
I know, but do you want the script?
Yes.
So that we can get through this? Yes, he does.
Comes not that blood.
Silence for the audience!
Comes not that blood as modest evidence to witness simple virtue? Would you not swear, all you that saw her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. This blush is but guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
I will not marry. I will not knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you in your own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity...
I know what you would say. If I have known her, you will say that she did embrace me as a husband, and so extenuate the forehand sin. No, Leonardo. I never tempted her word too large, but as a brother to his sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
Oh.
Comely love.
It seems I ever otherwise, my lord.
Out on the seeming? I will write against... You seem to me as Diane in Aurora, as chaste as is the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus or those tempered animals that rage in savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he does speak so wide?
Sweet prince, why speak you not?
What shall I speak? I stand disgraced to have linked my dear friend to a common stale.
Oh,
Are these things spoken, or do I but dream?
They are spoken and they are true.
This looks not like a nuptial.
So true.
Leonardo, stand I here? Is this the prince? Is this the prince's brother? Is this face heroes? Are our eyes our own?
All this is so, but what of it?
Let me but move one question to your daughter, and by that fatherly and kindly power that you have in her, bid her answer truly.
I charge thee do so.
God defend me, how am I beset? What kind of catechism call you this?
Make you answer truly.
Is it not Hero who... Is it not Hero who can blot that name with any just reproach? No cheating.
Married as can hero. Hero itself can blot out hero's virtue. What man was talking to you yesterday? Out at your window betwixt 12 and 1. Now, if you are a maid, answer to this.
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Then you are no maid. Leonardo, I'm sorry that you must hear this, but on mine honor I do swear that myself, my brother with the hat, and this grieved count did hear her welcome a ruffian into her bedchamber last night. And we heard him confess that they've been doing it 1,000 times in secret.
they've been coming?
Hi.
On goodness?
Hi, there, not to be named. named, my lord, not to be spoke of. There is not chastity enough in language without offense to utter them. Thus, pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much discovery.
Oh, hero! What a hero hast thou been in some thy outward grace since had been placed about thy thoughts, counsels of thy heart. But fare thee well.
I've never seen him and his brother with that in the same room.
Farewell, thou pure and mighty, and in pious purity. For thee I'll lock up all the gates of love, and on my eyelids shall conjecture hang, to turn all beauty into thoughts of harm. Never shall it more be gracious.
Don't and stagger here, point for me.
Oh my God!
Shall the flow. Shall the
How let
flow.
us be. These new things discovered do smother her spirits up.
My hero! Uncle! Senor Benedict! Friar!
Oh, fate, take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
Mine.
How?
How now? How now?
How now, cousin? Lady, take comfort.
Dost thou look up?
Why, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore? Why does not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Could she hear deny the story that is printed in her blood? Do not live, hero. Do not ope thine eyes, for did I think thou wouldst not quickly die, thought I thy spirits were stronger than thy shames. Myself would on the reward of reproaches strike at thy light. Grieved I had but one. Chid I that for that frugal nature's frame. Oh, one too much by thee. Why had I won? Why ever wast thou lovely in my eyes? But mine, and mine I loved, and mine I praised, and mine that I was proud of. And mine so much that I myself was to myself not mine valuing of her. Why she is fallen into a pin of ink. That the wide sea hath dropped too few to wash her clean again, and salt too little which may season give to our foul flesh.
Peace, peace, sir. But for my part, I stand amazed. I know not what to say.
Oh, how my cousin is belied!
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly. Although, until last night, I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed! Oh, but she, that stronger maid, which was before barred up with ribs of iron. Would the two princes lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so, that speaking of her foulness, washed it with tears? Hence from her, let her die.
Let me speak a little. I have been silent only so long and let this course of fortune play. I have watched the lady and seen a thousand line.
Blushing apparitions.
1,000 blushing apparitions. 1,000 innocent starts of shame cross her face. Fire in her eyes. Is this to me? Give it to me! In angel whiteness beat away those blushes, and in her eye there hath appeared a fire to burn the errors that these princes hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my reading, nor my observations with which experimental seal doth warrant the tenor of my brook. Trust not my age, my reverence, calling, nor divinity, if this sweet lady lie not guiltless here under some biting error.
Friar, it cannot be. Thou seest that all the grace that she hath is what she will not add to her damnation, a sin of perjury. She not denies it. Why seekst thou then to cover with excuse that which appears with proper nakedness?
Lady, what man is it that you are accused of?
Those that do accuse me know, but I know none. If I
know more than any man
if I know more than any man, then that which maiden modesty doth warrant. Your spirit. That which maiden modesty doth warrant. Let all my sins lack mercy. Oh, my father, prove you that any man with me conversed in hours unmeet, or that I yesternight maintain the change of words with any creature. Refuse me, hate me, torture me to death.
There is some strange misprison in the princes.
Two of them are of a noble bent. If their wisdom is then misplaced, 'tis the fault of that bastard John. He is embroiled in such villainies.
I know now. If they speak with truth of her, these hands shall tip. If they wrong her honor, the proudest of them shall hear of it. Time hath not yet so dried this blood mine, nor age eat up my invention, nor fortune made such havoc of my means, nor my bad life reft me so much of friends. They shall find awakened in a kind both strength of limb and policy of mind, ability and means, and choice of friends to quit me of them truly.
Let my counsel sway you. The princes left your daughter here for dead. Hide her in secret a little, and report it so that she is dead indeed.
Huh?
Line.
Here, just take your skirt back. Maintain a mourning ostentation.
Maintain a mourning ostentation, and on your family's old monument hang mournful epitaphs. Do all the rites that appertain unto a burial.
What good shall come of this?
Mary, this well carried shall on her behalf change slander to remorse. That is some good, but not for that dream eye on this strange course. She dying, as it must be maintained, upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied and excused of every hearer. For so it falls that what we have we prize not to the worth whiles we enjoy it, but being lacked and lost, why then we rack the value. Then we find the virtue that possession would not show us whiles it was ours. So will it fare with Claudio. When he shall hear she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into the study of his imagination, and every lovely organ of her life shall come apparelled in more precious habit, more moving, delicate, and full of life into the eye and prospect of his soul than when she lived indeed. Then he shall mourn. If ever love had interest in his liver, and wish he had not so accused her, let this be so. And doubt not, but success will fashion the event in better shape than I can lay it down in likelihood. But if all aim this be leveled false, the supposition of the lady's death will quench the wonder of her infamy. And if it sort not well, you may conceal her as best befits her wounded reputation. In some reclusive and religious life, out of all eyes, tongues, minds, and injuries.
Signor Leonardo, listen to the friar, and if you doubt my part, although my inwardness and love is very much unto the prince and Claudio, listen, for mine honor, I will deal in this justly and secretly, as a soul ought to unto the body.
Being that I flow in grief, the barest twine may tug me on.
'Tis well consented. Presently away, for strained sores strangely they strain the cure. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day is perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure.
My Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire it.
You have no reason, I do it freely.
Mine?
I will not desire that. Surely I do believe your fair cousin is
Surely,
innocent.
I do believe your fair cousin is innocent.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way such a friendship may show this?
A very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It's a man's office, but not yours.
I love nothing in the world so much as you. Is not that a strange thing?
As strange as a thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But I confess nothing! Yet I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear by it and eat it.
Oh, I will swear that thou lovest me, and I will make him eat it that swears that I lovest thou not.
So you will eat your word.
No, not with the most sweetest of sauces. I promise you. I love you.
Thank God, forgive me.
For what offense, sweet Beatrice?
I was about to protest that I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you. With so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Aww.
go, I will go.
We will be friends yet.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved in the height of villain? He has slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinsman. That I were a man. What, bear them in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh, that I were a man. I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Oh, no, sweet Beatrice.
Talk with the man out a window. A proper saying.
But listen to me,
Poor
Beatrice.
hero! She is slandered. She is scorned. She is undone.
Beatrice.
Princes and counties. Surely, princely testimony. A goodly count. Count Comfit. A goodly gentleman. Surely. Oh, that I were a man for his sake. Or that I had any man who might be, or I had any friend who might be a man for my sake. But manhood is only melted into courtesy. Men are only turned into tongue, and trim ones too. I cannot be a man with wishing. Therefore, I will die a woman with
Oh, yeah.
Good Beatrice, by this hand, I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Do you think, in your soul, that Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. It is done, I shall challenge it. I will kiss your hand and depart.
Oh my God.
With this hand, Count Claudio will pay a dear account. As you hear of me, think of me. Go, tend to your cousin. I must say that she is dead. Farewell.
Please, a prop. I beg of you, a prop. Yeah, this, I guess.
Is our whole assembly here?
Oh, a stool and a cushion for the
Oh,
cushion.
what?
Jonathan. A cushion.
No, not me. I'm not a cushion.
Are you sure?
What's a cushion with you?
Where be the malefactors?
Mary, that am I, and my partner.
Nay, is certain. We have
Oh, that was
execution to
adorable.
examine. Where are the offenders that are to be examined? Bring them before the Master Constable.
Mary, call them forward. Line.
What is your name, friend?
What is your name, friend?
Baraccio.
Why, write down Baraccio. Lord Syrah.
I'm a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Write down Master Gentleman Conrad. Line.
Masters, do you serve
Masters, do you serve God?
Yeah? We hope so.
We hope so.
Write down that they hope so, but put God before them. God defend. They deserve to come before these fools. Come. Line.
Masters, it is proved already that you are a little better. 3 is 3.
I know. A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you. Wait, how answer you for yourselves? They call you, false knaves.
Mary, sir, we are none.
A marvelous witty fellow, I assure you. But I will go about with him. Come hither, Syrah. A word in your ear. Sir? I say, your thought, a false knave.
I tell you, sir, we are not false names.
Well, stand aside. For God, they're both in a tale. Have you written down that they are none?
Master Constable, you go not the way of examination. You must bring forth the watch that are their accusers.
Yay, Mary, that's the eftest way. Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you, in the prince's name, accuse these men!
This man
Yeah. Call Don John, the prince's brother, a villain.
Write down Prince John a villain. Why, that is flat perjury. Call it Prince's brother villain. Pray thee, fellow, silent. I like not thy look, I promise you.
What else heard you him say?
Marry that! He had received 1,000 ducats of Don John to wrongfully accuse the lady hero.
Flat burglary as ever was committed.
Yeah, it is. What else, fellow?
That Count Claudio planned to leave Hero high and dry at the altar and not marry her.
Oh, villain, thou wilt be condemned into everlasting redemption for this.
What else?
This is all.
This, masters, is more than you can deny. For this morning, Don John escaped.
What a great name.
Hero. Mine?
Was in this manner accused.
Hero was in this manner accused, and in this very manner refused. And upon this grief, suddenly died.
No! What? Are you...
I'm not fucking with you! Let these men be bound and taken to Leonato's. I will bring him their examination.
Come, let them be opinions. Oh, God's my life, where's the sexton called? Let's
Sex?
Officer Coxcomb.
Fuck off, asshole!
Okay, Shakespeare did not write that.
My place. Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember that I am an ass. So it's not your task, but forget not that I am an ass. Know thou, villain, thou art full of piety, as shall be proved upon thee by good witness.
Girl boss.
He's a cop! I'm a neighborhood watch. I am a concerned citizen. And what's more,
Male wife.
I'm a wise fellow.
So
right.
true.
And
So
which
true.
is more, an officer.
So
and
true.
which is more, a householder.
So true.
Yeah! And which is more, as pretty a piece of...
That's my boyfriend right there!
And one that knows the logo, too.
Hell yeah,
Slay. Got there instead.
And a rich fellow enough go, too.
Also, I'm rich.
And a fellow that hath had losses.
Oh.
So true. Oh, shit!
And a fellow that hath 2 gowns. And everything handsome about him. Yeah! Get him away! Oh, that I had been writ down an ass. Yeah!
If you go on living thus, you will die. And it's not a very smart idea to go on living thus with the secondary grief you're applying to yourself.
I pray thee cease thy counsel, which falls into my ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Give me not counsel, bring me a father that so loved his child, whose joy of her so overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. But here, there is no man, there is no such man. For, brother, men can counsel and speak comfort to that grief, which they themselves not feel. But tasting it, their counsel turns to passion. Which before would give preceptual medicine to rage, fetter strong madness in a silken thread, charm ache with air, and agony with words. No. 'Tis all men's office to speak patience to those that wring under the load of sorrow, but no man's virtue or sufficiency to be so moral when he shall endure the like himself. Therefore give me no counsel, my griefs cried louder than advertisement.
Yeah. Or do men from children nothing different?
I pray thee peace. I will be flesh and blood, for there never was yet philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently. However, they have writ the style of gods and may push it chance and sufferance.
You need to stop putting all of this on you.
Oh, yes.
Make the people who have offended you
Yes.
Nay, I will do so. My soul doth tell me that Hero is belied, and that shall Claudio know, so shall the prince, and all of them that thus dishonor her.
Here comes the prince.
Good end. Good day to you both.
Hear you, my lords.
Line. We have some haste. We have some haste, Leonardo.
Some haste, my lord. Well, fare thee well, my lord. Are you so hasty now? All is one.
Line. Nay, do not quarrel with us, sir. Old man, sir.
If he could fight to right himself, then lots of us would be in a grave, bitch.
Who wrongs you? Mary, thou dost wrong me. Thou dissembler. Thou, nay, never lay hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Yo, hey, yo.
Mary.
Whoa!
Mary.
No.
Give your age such cause of fear. I and that nothing
Tush, man. Never fleer and just I speak not like a dotard nor fool. As under privilege of each flag, what I have done being young, or what would do were I not old. No, Claudio, to thy head, thou hast so wronged mine innocent child and me that I am forced to lay my reverence by, and with gray hairs and bruise of many days, do challenge thee. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child. Thy slander hath gone through and through her heart, and she lies buried in the ground with her ancestors. In a tomb where never scandal slept, save this of hers, framed by thy villainy.
My villainy!
Thine, Claudio, thine, I say.
Mine.
You say not right.
You say not right, old man.
My lord, I'll prove it on his body. If he dare, despite his nice fence and his active practice, his May of youth and bloom of lustihood.
Away! I will not have to do with you.
Canst thou so doff me? Thou hast killed my child. If thou killst me, boy, thou shalt kill a man!
And he will kill the two of us. And he will kill a man indeed. But that's not to the point. Why don't you try killing one first? Win me and wear me. Answer to me.
Get their ass, Emma.
Follow me, boy.
Sir boy. Follow me. Sir boy, I'm gonna knock you off your pedestal.
As I am a gentleman, I will.
Brother. Brother Antonio. Brother Anthony.
Oh no, that's on me. You see, God knows that I loved my niece dearly, and she's dead. Lies!
So you loved your niece dearly.
Come, 'tis no matter. Do not you meddle. Let us deal in this.
Gentlemen both, we will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on mine honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord.
I will not hear you.
Oh.
No! Come, brother. Away. I will.
Brother.
No.
And shall, or else we shall be smart for it.
See. Here comes the man we went to seek.
Oh, now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Uh-oh.
Welcome, senor. You are almost come to part, almost a friend.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off with two old men without teeth.
Leonardo and his brother. What thinkest thou? Had we fought, I doubt what would have been too done for them.
When there is a false quarrel, there is no true virtue.
I came to seek you both.
We have been up and down to seek thee, for we are high-proof melancholy, and would fain have it beaten away. Wilt thou use thy wit?
It is in my scabbard. Shall I draw it?
Dost thou wear thy wit by thy side?
Never any did so, though very many have been beside their wit. I will bid thee draw as we do the minstrels. Draw to pleasure us.
Am I an honest man? He looks pale. Art thou sick or angry?
What courage, man! What thou care kill the cat? Thou hast metal enough in thee to kill cat.
I will draw my wit and you bring me to it. I pray thee change the
Cat
subject.
called a cat?
Nathan, give him another shot. This last was a broken clause.
By this light, he changes more and more. I think he be angry indeed.
If he be, he knows how to turn his girdle.
Shall we have a private word?
God bless me from a challenge.
Thou art a villain. I jest not.
Oh, damn.
Meet me, when you will, how you will, with what you will. If you deny me, I shall have thee charged a coward.
The girls are
An innocent lady,
The white scissors.
and her death shall weigh heavy upon you.
Look at Aiden's face.
Well, I will meet you, so I may have good cheer.
What, a feast? A feast?
In faith, I thank him. He hath bid me to a calf's head and a capon. The which, if I do not carve most curiously, say my knife's not. Shall I not find a woodcock too?
Thy wit ambles, it is easily going.
Well, I'll tell thee how Beatrice praised thy wit, true. The other day, I said, thou hadst a fine wit. True, said she, a fine little one. No, said I, a great wit. Right, says she, a great gross one. Nay, said I, a good wit. Just, said she, it hurts nobody. Nay, said I, the gentleman is wise. Certain, said she, a wise gentleman. Nay, said I, he hath the tongues. That I believe, said she, for he swore a thing to me on Monday night, which he forswore on Tuesday morning. There's a double tongue. There's two tongues. Thus did she an hour together transhape thy particular virtues, yet at last she concluded with a sigh, thou wast the properest man in Italy.
For which she wept heartily and said she cared not.
And that she did. But yet for all that, and if she did not hate him deadly, she would love him dearly.
Oh, shit.
The old man's daughter told us all.
Oh, and moreover, God saw him when he was hid in the garden.
But when shall we set the savage bull's horns on the sensible Benedict's head?
Yea, next underneath, here lies Benedict the married man.
Fare you well, boy, you know my mind. I will leave you to your gossip humors. My lord, I thank you for your courtesies. I must depart from your company. Your brother hath fled.
The one with the hat?
A different hat! A different hat?
Oh, come on. Your brother hath fled. Hey, you are lying.
Oh, you have among you killed
a sweet and innocent lady.
among us.
No! My lord Laughbeard there. He and I shall meet. Until then, peace be upon you.
He is in earnest.
In most profound earnest. And I'll warrant you for the love of Beatrice.
And have
Payne's crying.
He is then a giant to an ape, but then is an ape attacked with a man.
But soft, let me be.
We're really getting emotional.
My heart and be sad. Did he not say my brother with the hat was fled?
We're identical twins.
Oh, hey, I think people enter.
Yeah. We're working on it.
Did he not say my brother was fled? Back up. How now? Two of my brother's men bound? Horatio, one.
Hearken after their offense, my lord.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Marry, sir. Firstly, they have committed false statements.
No.
Thirdly, they have told lies.
What happened to number 2?
Listen the fuck up. Sixthly, they have lied a lady. Third and lastly, they have told false truths. And to conclude, they're lying knaves.
First, I ask thee what they have done. Thirdly, I ask thee what's their offense. Sixth and lastly, why they are committed. And to conclude, what you lay to their charge.
Rightly reasoned and in his own division. But by my troth, there's one meaning well suited.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? This learned constable is too cunning to be understood. But what's your offense?
Sweet prince, let me go no further than mine answer. Do you hear me? And let this count kill me. I have deceived even your eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard me confessing to this man that how John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady here.
John?
How you saw me court Margaret in hero's garments. How you disgraced her. No, I knew we did that. When you should marry her, my villainy they have on record, and which I would rather seal with my death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon mine and my master's false accusations, and briefly, I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he uttered it.
But did my brother set thee on this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the promise of it.
He is composed and framed of treachery, and fled he is upon this villainy.
Sweet hero, now thy image shall appear in the rare semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring away the plaintiffs.
Come.
By this time, our sexton hath removed Signor Leonardo from the matter. And masters, do not forget to specify when the time comes that I'm an ass.
Signor Neolato and the sexton, too.
Which one's
Let
the
me see his
sexton?
eyes, that when I note another man like him, I may avoid him. Which of these is he?
If you know you're wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath has killed mine innocent child?
Yeah, even I alone.
Oh my God! No, not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself here. Stand a pair of honorable men. 30 spleds that had a hand in it. I thank you, princes, for my daughter's death. Recorded with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done, if you would think you were.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet I sinned not but in mistake.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good old man, I would bend under any heavy weight that he'll enjoin me to.
Okay.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But, I pray you both, possess the people in Messina here how innocent she died. And, if your love can labor aught in sad invention, hang her an epitaph upon her tomb and sing it to her bones. Sing it tonight. Tomorrow morning, come you into my house. But since you could not be my son-in-law, yet my nephew, my brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my child that's dead, and she alone is heir to both of us. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispose for henceforth of poor Claudio.
Tomorrow, then, I will expect your coming. Tonight, I take my leave. This naughty man shall face to face be brought to Margaret, who I believe was packed in all this wrong, hired to do it by your brother in the hat.
No. No, I saw she was not, nor knew not what she did when she spoke to me. But hath always been just and virtuous in anything that I do know her by.
Moreover, sir, which is indeed not written under white and black, this man did call me ass, and I wish it be reflected in his punishment.
Yes.
I thank thee for thy care and honest heart.
God save the foundation.
Here. There's for thy pains. Well, go. I discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant knave with you. Be very careful with him.
Thank you. Until tomorrow morning, lords. Farewell.
Farewell, Lord. We look for you tomorrow.
That's Emma.
We will not fail.
Tonight I'll mourn with Hero.
Bring these fellows on. We'll talk with Margaret how her acquaintance grew with this lewd fellow.
We got runner! Go!
He's so fast! He's so
He's agile as hell!
Get the camera.
Got the one!
Oh, it's too late. Damn. I didn't even have to react.
Oh my God! Where'd he fucking go?
Away!
There's more scenes. There's more stuff.
Good.
There it
Margaret,
is.
Sweet Margaret.
That was the end.
Thou wilt deserve well at my hands if you help me reach the sweet speech of Lady Beatrice.
She's like an old Russian
Will you
mother.
then write me a poem about my beauty?
Oh yes, in so high a form that not a man alive can come to it.
No man, to have no man come over me.
Whoa!
Does not sound like a life I want to be living, mister.
I do.
Speedy as a greyhound's bite. It catches.
And yours is as dull as the fencer's foils, which hit but hurt not.
Manly wit, Margaret, it will not hurt a woman. Now go.
Whoa.
Please, get Beatrice.
Line.
You can take the bucket.
Yeah.
Give us the swords. We have bucklers of our own.
Oh, those are two dangerous weapons for a maiden.
So true, Benedict. Beatrix for you. Have a good one.
The God of love that sits above and knows me how pitiful I deserve. I mean in singing, but in love, like Troilus the great swimmer and a whole host of other quondam carpet managers. And they were not so turned over and over in love as I. I could put it to rhyme. I have tried, but I can find no rhyme for lady, but baby, an innocent rhyme. Rhyme for scorn, but whore, a hard rhyme. No rhyme for school, but fool. A foolish rhyme.
So true.
Oh, Lady Beatrice, do you come when I call?
Yay, senor, and when you bid me.
We'll stay till then.
Oh, then is spoken. Fare you well. But first, let me leave with that which I came.
Came.
That's not even a line, so that makes it extra funny. With knowing what has passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words. And thereupon may I kiss thee?
Foul words is but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore, I will depart unkissed.
Let me speak more plainly. He has accepted my challenge.
I gotta say that more often.
If he do not leave me, then I shall make it known that he is a coward.
Anyone wants to fix that?
And now, tell me, for which of my bad parts did you first love me?
For all of them together, maintain so politic a state of evil that they will not admit one good part to intermingle with them. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love, that's a good epithet, for I do suffer love for you, and I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Poor heart. It's mine.
If you spite it for my sake.
If you spite it for my sake, I'll spite it for yours. For I will never love that which my friend hates.
You and I are too wise to woo peaceably. How doth your cousin?
Very ill.
How do you?
Very ill, too.
Serve God. Love me. And meant.
What?
Now I must leave you for
Madam, you will not believe this. You must come to your uncle. It is revealed that my lady here have been falsely accused. The Prince Claudio mightily abused, and Don John, the author of all. Will you come presently?
Will you come hear this news, senor?
I will take after your heart, die in your lap, and live in your eyes.
Oh.
And I will come to your uncle.
Is this the monument of Leonato?
It is.
Where's the guy with the hat?
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lives. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death gloriously. Hang thou there upon the tomb, praising her when I am done. Now music sound and sing your solemn hymn. Pardon, goddess of the night, that through thy virgin night, for the witch with songs of woe, round her tomb they go. Midnight assist our moan, help us to sigh and groan. Heavenly, heavenly.
Yeah!
Now unto thy bones, good night. Yearly will I do this right.
Good morrow, masters. Put your torches out. The wolves have prayed, and look. The wolves have prayed, and look, the gentle day before the wheels of Phoebus round about dapples the drowsy east with spots of gray.
Like the play.
Thanks you all, and leave us.
Good morrow, masters. Each a several way.
Come, let us hence, and put on other weeds, and then to Leonardo's we will go.
Yes. And now with luckier issue speeds than this for whom we rendered up this woe.
Tell my daughter she was innocent.
So are the prince and Claudio, who accused her upon the error that you heard debated.
Well, I'm glad that everything worked out.
yeah,
So am I, else I would have had to bring young Claudio to a reckoning.
Well, daughter, you and your gentlewoman all withdraw into a chamber by yourselves, and when I send for you, come hither masked. The princes and Claudio promised by this hour to visit me. You know your office, brother. You must be father to your brother's daughter and give her to young Claudio.
Which I will do with a
Oh my God.
Good friar, I must entreat your favor.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or to undo me, one of them.
Oh.
Signor Leonardo, your daughter has
She's got to
looked upon
tell.
me with an eye of favor.
That eye my daughter lent her. It is most true.
And I doth requite her eye with an eye of love.
A sight whereof I think you had for me from Claudio and the prince. But what's your will?
Your answer is quite enigmatical, but for my will is that you consent for us to be married. And so I ask for your help, friar.
My heart is with your mother.
And my help. Here comes the Prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, Prince. Good morrow, Claudio. We here attend you. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my mind.
Call her forth. Brother, here's the friar ready.
Good morrow, Benedict. What's the matter that you have such a February face so full of storms and frost and cloudiness?
I think keeping's upon the savage bull.
And you have as much of the bull in you.
For this I owe you. Here comes other reckonings.
Okay.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she. And I do give her you.
Then she's mine. Sweet. Let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, till you take her hand before this friar and swear you will marry her.
Give me your hand before this holy friar. I am yours. You will take me.
I could live. I was your other wife. You love my other husband.
The hero.
Nothing certain. One hero died defiled, but I do live. And surely as I live, I am a maid.
The former hero! The one that hath died!
She died. But while she slandered.
All I can explain after the marriage rites have been writ. I shall speak largely of fair hero's death. Meanwhile, let wonder be familiar, and let us to the chapel presently.
Sweet and fair, friar.
What's the point of that?
Where is my Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Good Beatrice, do not you love me?
Why, no! No more than reason.
Then Claudio and the prince and Leonardo art deceived, for they have sworn that you loved me.
Do not you love me?
Oh, by troth, no, not more than reason.
Well, then my cousin and Hero and Margaret are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
Well, they have sworn that you were sick with love for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
Well, 'tis not the case. So you do not love me?
No, truly, but in friendly recompense.
Oh, come, cousin.
Oh.
I am sure that you love this gentleman.
I need a prop from the audience. Anything at all.
Take this boy. Take this boy. Take this boy.
I take this. I'm good. No, I'm totally good.
Surely you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon it that he loves her. For here's a paper written in his hand, a halting sonnet of his own pure brain,
And
fashioned to Beatrice.
here's another, written my cousin's hand, stolen from her pocket, confessing her love unto Benedict.
That our hands should betray the feelings of our hearts. Well, I will take thee, but it be known, I have thee solely for pity.
I would not deny thee, but I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save thy life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Stop your mouth.
That's not so to say.
Do you think a college of mocking fools will spoil my mood?
We're in a college of mocking fools. So true.
That's this whole night.
For man is a giddy thing, and here is my end.
Yes, I can.
Well. Oh, I had to, well. Oh no, it's still your line.
Yeah. Claudio, in faith, I would have liked to beat you, but now that you are to be my kinsman, live unbruised and love your cousin.
I had well hoped thou wouldst have denied Beatrice, that I might have puzzled me out of thy single life to make thee a double dealer, which out of question thou wilt be, if my cousin do not look exceedingly narrow.
Come, we are friends. Let us share in a dance, how we be married, to lift our spirits and our wives' feet.
We'll have dancing afterward.
After my word, which I say, let's dance.
Yeah.
My lord! Thy brother!
Who?
The one with the hat! Thy brother, Don John, is taken in flight and has been being brought back by armed guards to Messina. That's where we are.
Think about him tomorrow. I will devise some wise punishment for him. So now, let's dance.
Yeah! You don't have music.
Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do.
Thank you all so much for.
Holy Christ. Oh
But before you leave, the punishment! The punishment! 10 days stage management. 10 days of the stocks.
In third place with
Third place.
third place with 12 points is Sam Sussman.
I think I know.
Second place with 15 points is Aiden West.
Look up.
And in first place with 20 points is Kristen West.
Christian, you have a choice of your punishment. Water balloon. No, you have not heard the choices yet. You may either be pelted by our audience with water balloons.
There are not very many
of them.
Or receive, at the expense of Shakespeare in the Dark,
gonna pay for it.
permanent tattoo on your ass.
Wait, it's actually permanent?
Hold.
We hold.
These things.
Excuse me.
On camera,
Take off your pants.
Are you okay with this?
Yes, go.
3,
2, 1.
Thank you all.
Wow.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night.